today we begin with a new chapter, chapter number 6, that is retirement or death of a partner. Chapter number 5, we have observed when the partner is admitted, what we are supposed to do, how to calculate goodwill, how that sacrifice to be considered because it was an admission. Now, absolute opposite thing in the retirement, because here the number of partner decrease. Earlier you used to have 3 partner. Now because of retirement you will be having 2 partner. So when you have a 2 partner, you are going to gain, and so in the retirement gain ratio is an important ratio. Let us see that in this chapter how many things you have to be very serious about and how to go about one by one. The very first is the meaning. What do you mean by retirement of a partner? When any partner wants to retire, means want to leave the firm, that situation to be called as a retirement of a partner. Now this thing may be on so many reasons. Person want to go abroad, he want to leave. Person want to start his own different business, he want to leave. Person may be not feeling well or due to the health issue want to leave. Personal reasons are there, so many reasons are there, he want to leave. Secondly, if the person may be retiring because as per the Indian Partnership Act, there may be some legal reasons and very compulsory issues that you have to ask a person to leave the firm. So these are the various reasons. One more important reason is, suppose if the death of a partner took place, then also you need to calculate how much portion to be given to him, to his legal hire, and the calculation work to be done. So meaning you can say in short that when the partner leave the firm because of a personal reason or due to the natural death or due to the any legal requirement, leaving of a firm procedure is to be known as a retirement of a partner. Second is that circumstances of retirement. In how many ways you have to consider from accounting point of view retirement. One, as per the Indian Partnership Act, retirement procedure has to be done. It may be because of the insolvency, it may be because of some dishonesty, it may be because of some financial problems. Whatever the reason, we need to ask a person to leave the firm. And the voluntary retirement, the personal reasons are there. As I have explained earlier, there are so many reasons that person may not feeling well, maybe ill health, maybe want to join a new business, or may he want to go to abroad, or whatever, thousands of reasons may be there. And the death of a partner, a natural reason to be considered for retirement. Now, important accounting terms, treatment, that what you have to do while doing the example of retirement. The very first thing what you need to do is, that is the calculation of a new profit sharing ratio and the gaining share of continuing partner. Because one person is decreased. So what earlier you used to get 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 share. Now as one is apart, so whatever remaining share, it distributed among 2 partners as a 1/2, 1/2. So half is more than the 1/3. So gaining partner, how much gain they are getting and what is that gain ratio, because accordingly the calculation of goodwill is to be done. So gaining share is to be calculated. Then the valuation of goodwill and its treatment to be done the way we have done in our admission example. In the same manner, valuation of goodwill to be done at time of retirement, and how much portion of goodwill we are going to give to the retiring partner. Okay, all the remaining partner, continuing partner will contribute towards the goodwill for the retiring partner. In which ratio they will contribute? In the ratio of gaining. Whosoever gain how much, accordingly the goodwill to be paid. Revaluation account, as we are doing in admission, same manner revaluation to be done. Sometime if you want to show with the same value after revaluation, memorandum of revaluation account also to be prepared. So revaluation or memorandum of revaluation, whatever decided by the firm, that to be followed. the distribution of that accumulated reserves and undistributed profit or loss. As we are doing from our chapter evaluation onwards, same journal entries are to be done, and accordingly the share of a retiring partner, how much we have to pay actually to him, we have to calculate. Calculation of the amount payable to the retiring partner, you have to find out. His capital, his whatever the share of all the reserves and undistributed profit and loss, that goodwill, all together how much actually we have to pay to him, that figure to be calculated. When we prepare the capital account, we will get the closing capital to be paid to the retiring partner. So that calculation to be done. Now the payment method, how you are going to actually pay to him. Total money together at a one time, or you are going to pay the money in various installment. Then whatever the outstanding money, you have to pay minimum 6% interest, or whatever decided by the partners as per the partnership deed guideline. Or you may treat the total money as a loan. Okay, you are not paying anything just now, but you will be treating as a loan, and we show it as our liability. So various methods are there which you are going to follow. Now the main thing for the calculation of a new profit and loss ratio, you have to have these two formulas to be kept in mind. New share, of whose new share we are talking about? Continuing partner. New share is equal to old share plus gain share. As the partner is decreased, the remaining partner are gaining. The second, how to find that gain? Gain is equal to new share minus old share. Now when you have the new share, the new minus old, if you find both the shares are given, then you can find what is the gain. And this gain proportion, in that you have to give the goodwill treatment to the retiring partner. So for you it is very important to calculate. Now method of calculation of a new profit, there are different 4 ways of calculating the new profit and loss ratio. If the given ratio, when the gaining ratio or a gain is not given at all, no information is given about our gain proportion, then you have to consider as a old ratio to be continued. Second is that when the gaining share of a continuing partner is given, we will be doing the short sums of all these 4 types gradually one by one. So you will get better idea. Third is when the gaining ratio of a continuing partner is given. See what information is given, pick that information. Accordingly you can proceed with the solution. And the fourth is when the old and new profit and loss sharing ratio is given. Here as we say, no, gain is equal to new share minus old share. Simple. So which formula to be applied and how the gain proportion to be calculated, gaining share is to be calculated, that depends on the 4 ways. The last is which account to be prepared. As in the admission we are preparing same accounts to be done. Very first revaluation account, second capital account, cash and bank account, and the balance sheet after retirement. So the retirement and your admission very near to one another because everything related to partner. The difference is in case of an admission, we have one partner increasing. In case of a retirement, our one partner decreasing. So that gain and sacrifice concept only make the difference. So next class onwards, we begin with the short sums the way we have done in admission. We will do the journal entry for the goodwill and then the long sums will be done. So this is how the retirement chapter number 6 we have to go about. Thank you.